The long queues for cup final tickets continue in South London, even though it's meant another sleepless night outside Selhurst Park for the loyal Crystal Palace supporters. Many of them missed out on Palace's stunning 3-3 Wembley performance against Manchester United, but it seems their complaints have been heard. Their allocation for the replay has been increased to 20,000, exactly the same as Manchester United.
Queue started as soon as they arrived back from Wembley, off their coaches. They were queuing at the gate.
We missed out first time round.
We'll do it this time.
I couldn't get a ticket. She went, but we couldn't get a ticket because there wasn't enough. But we're going to get one this time. We'll be there.
So were you annoyed last time?
Totally. Yes.
I had to pay £150 for one.
For a £10 ticket.
But this time, surely that won't happen.
Well, I'll get one.
He'll get one a day, won't he?
And then who's going to sell it and get his £150?
Got it!
Did you have tickets for last time?
No. I've come all the way from Bournemouth for this, so my little boy and me are going to go there.
Smiles all round here at Selhurst Park. Palace are content with their well-deserved replay, and the fans are happy too. Not only do they get a second visit to Wembley, but more of them will get the chance to cheer their team on. Beverly Webb, Sky News.
Thousands queued cheerfully in the sun this morning, but when the 25,000 tickets sold within 2 hours, the mood changed. Those at the front were allocated 4, while those behind them got only 2. The frustration of those who didn't get tickets fueled anger about the activities of touts. One man selling tickets at more than 3 times above their face value bore the brunt of it.
Get the tickets! Get the tickets!
He's selling tickets, you should do your duty now.
No offence, sell somebody a ticket at a price that person wants to pay for it, right? But leave them alone.
Many Palace fans disappointed at Wembley tried to get tickets at Selhurst Park, where there was more confusion.
There's an air of chaos. The club's ticket line was giving one story. People who turned up yesterday were being sold tickets in great numbers, it would seem. This morning here, people are apparently now being turned away, although the club have not stopped selling. And this is the trouble, the real fan doesn't know where they're coming or going.
If all of our fans could get and see us play at Wembley, then I'll be happy. I don't see that that's possible.
For those who did get tickets, though, Thursday will be a night to remember, win or lose. Mary Marr, Thames News.
And there's only one South East sports story tonight, isn't there? The Eagles fly on. Crystal Palace captain Jeff Thomas is with me. I'm wearing the special Eagles Cup final tie given to me by the club staff. Thank you. Now, today's Eagles news.
There was no doubting what the Crystal Palace fans felt like today, especially if you were at the front of the queue for a ticket for Thursday's replay.
How long have you been here then?
7 last night. 7 o'clock last night.
Was it a cold night?
No, we had a big fight.
For a man in charge of the ticket disposal, Chairman Ron Nodes had a right to look harassed.
Now, when they get their voucher, they will then be let through the Blue Gate. Right. Yeah. Wembley Stadium today are selling tickets for the public at the Crystal Palace end. And I've asked the FA if they can actually stop the sale of the tickets and let us have them down here so that the Crystal Palace end tickets go and are sold by Crystal Palace Football Club.
As for the players, they were in a relaxed mood too, as they prepared to take on Manchester United for the second time.
Well, I think at this stage a great temptation is for everybody to think, well, we've had a smashing game, we've really done well. But realistically, we've got a draw in the first game, and I think if we relax now, then psychologically we would suffer in the replay. Our mentality at the moment is that we're going there on Thursday to win the game.
I think viewers are interested in what you write during the game. I think non-football people are fascinated at this.
I've just got a poor memory, and during the course of 45 minutes you see little things, little pointers which you wish to bring up at half-time. And I just write them down, and then I don't run the risk of forgetting them.
Well, the boss just said to me, go out and win the game for us, really. And, you know, I was lucky enough to get my first touch in the box. Fortunately for me, it went in.
And then the second one?
Well, it was a great cross by John, really. He done really well on the left. Cut back on himself and put in a great ball to the far stick. I just had to put it in, really. It's a great cross.
But you'll be content to start from the bench again Thursday?
He's the boss. If he wants to put me on a sub, then I'm sub, and I'm happy to be sub.
With me now, Crystal Palace's captain, Jeff Thomas. And first of all, I'd ask you, can the Eagles regroup and win on Thursday?
Very disappointed, obviously, chucking it away in the last 7 minutes of the game, but very confident at the same time.
And, well, you were leading that team out on Saturday. That was the first time you ever done that. What does that actually feel like? I mean, to non-football people, they see you walking out.
Nerve-wracking, but the lads just wanted to get out on the pitch. And as soon as we got on the pitch and looked about ourselves and saw the crowd and what have you, and saw the balloons at the far end of the Palace fans.
Fewer balloons than Manchester United because you weren't given enough tickets.
That's right. But this time we've got 26,000 there, so the result of 3-3 is probably give us an advantage as well with the, you know, obviously with the ticket allocation of 26,000 to Crystal Palace.
Now, what about after extra time on Saturday? Feeling, were you drained physically? Or?
A lot of the lads were, but I walked in the dressing room and there were a few people with their heads down, but after a while we realised we were going back on Thursday and started to get in our mind on the job again and looking forward to it.
And what about that Wembley pitch? We hear all this thing about it being like a law. You're coming onto it at the end of a season, aren't you, when the pitches are worn. To go on there, does it sap the strength of your legs?
The grass itself is very close together, you know, the ball doesn't run on the grass very smoothly. It seems to get caught up in it, and your legs do the same, and it's very heavy going. But I mean, the pitch itself is like a carpet.
Now, looking forward to Thursday, are you still the underdogs? Can we keep this secret any longer?
I think everything's all square like it was on Saturday. I think we were the underdogs on Saturday, but come Thursday, I think it's all square. I think even Stevens.
Right. Well, we all wish you luck.
It's been a bit like Fort Knox at the Crystal Palace training ground this week. Outside, they've installed sentry duty on the gates at Mitcham, whilst inside the players watched a video of Saturday's match. Supporters were given the cold shoulder and definitely no entry to uninvited guests. Getting in was no problem for Ian Wright. The question on everyone's lips is, will he get into the starting lineup? The boss was giving nothing away.
No, I haven't really thought about it yet. I've watched the video and I'll sort of make my conclusions a little bit later on, but at the moment I haven't really given it much time.
And while the manager took time to mull over that decision, Wright was being philosophical about the prospect of missing out again.
I know what I can do. He knows what I can do. I'm not really bothered. Obviously, I was gutted that I wasn't starting because of all the preparation and all that. You watch it when you're kid and all that. But like in the end of the day, I wasn't really bothered about it. Really, you know, just made a decision and I had to stick by it. No problems.
No problems at the bank for Palace either. Struggling to break even at the start of the season, they've already made £750,000 out of the cup. The players are determined to hit the jackpot.
We went out Saturday night, supposed to be the victory banquet sort of thing, but the lads started to enjoy themselves, started to realise we're going back on Thursday. And to play at Wembley again is a great achievement for us, the players themselves and for the club. You don't go to Wembley to lose, you know, you'd be very disappointed if we do that, but our intentions are to go there and get the victory.
Well, they might be training behind closed doors. Definitely no fans allowed here at Mitcham today. But come Thursday, Crystal Palace could have as many as 40,000 fans cheering them on. The club have been allocated 25,000 this time around. That's the same as Manchester United. But with 20,000 being sold at the Wembley box office, it could be quite a night for London football fans. Gabriel Clark at Mitcham for the Sports Channel.